Today we're talking racks, specifically something to replace that little fellow over there, my media cabinet, which I've had for a couple of years now. It's been good while I've had it, but I think I've pretty much outgrown it, so now I need something to replace it with, and that's why today we're talking racks. Stick around. Perfect. Hey guys, it's the Villaman here, and if you're new to the channel, then on this channel we bring you the tech of entertainment. So we do audio and video unboxings, demos and comparisons. So if you're into that, and you very well may be if you're watching this video, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button and come along for the ride. When do you know when you need a rack? Well, firstly, you may need one for the amount of components you have. Say you have a home theater, a home server, multi-room audio and all that going on, and you want somewhere to put all those components, then a rack may be for you. Or if you have limited space available in your entertainment center perhaps, then you may need one of these, but then a media cabinet like the one I actually currently have may suffice. Or if you want to have all your components in a centralized location, like a server room or a home theater component room, then a component rack may be for you. Or lastly, say you want some ease and flexibility on replacing components of your system and don't want to have to, go behind it and actually fiddle with everything just to change an amplifier or a receiver. Like me right now. This has wheels, so you can actually just spin it around in that case. So let's get inside this box and see what's in there. There's a lot of tension in those things. So what's the best way to get this cardboard off? Do I really need to lift it off? Oh no. Well, I'm not doing that. So just going to rip it at the seam. This is the side profile. That was actually the back. This is the front. That's how you access the back panel. You can remove the side panels too. As you see. This thing has to be carefully shipped because the glass is only protected by that thin piece of cardboard. So if there was any issues with it being pierced or just torn by something else, then this glass is in danger of breaking. Now you can load up to 20% of the components in the rack while you have it horizontal, but I just want to do this so I can put the casters on. Don't laugh at my shoes, alright? Oh, and just an FYI, if you're going to load your components into the rack before you flip it back up, make sure you load it in the bottom portion of the rack and only 20% of your components. And also, 50% of the weight should be in the bottom 1/3 of the rack so it doesn't become a tipping hazard. Because no one wants to be crushed by their equipment. At least no one I know. Like every rack, the shelves can be arranged, and since it's a 27U rack and U is a unit of measurement, it means that the rack has 27 of these spaces. Each shelf is also measured in U's, and it comes with 2 1U shelves and 4 2U shelves. The smaller shelves are suitable for smaller components like a Blu-ray player for instance, while the larger shelves are more suited for bigger components like a receiver or an amplifier. It also comes with blanking plates, which are used to fill in the dead space between shelves. These are blue jeans cables, which are of course the working man's cable. Installation and cable management is done. So what are my thoughts after all that? What are my thoughts on this rack? Well, now as far as I'm concerned, a rack's job is to be flexible, to be adjustable, so you could, switch shelves however you want it. But in this case, with this, the actual holes that the screws went in to secure the shelves and the blanking plates were completely useless. Now, I'm not sure if this was just an error in quality control or it just speaks on the quality of the racks that Sanus provides, but it was a headache. This was supposed to be, say, an hour, 2 hour long project, but it ended up taking over 6 hours because I had to literally unhook or unhinge these rack rails right here and switch it around with the ones on the back because they had the same exact version on the back, because the holes or the screw holes in those actually worked. So when I screwed the screws in, then they would actually go in there, versus the ones on the front which just strip the screws completely. What is it about the simplest project that they end up giving you the most headaches? And in case you're saying that it must have been some way that I was actually unscrewing the screws and screwing them back in, like maybe tilted or something, no, that was not the case. Actually, a lot of screws actually came out stripped from the hole. So when I was unscrewing them, they stripped. So I don't know how in the world they actually screwed those in to the rails. But I could actually tell when I got to one of those screws, because as soon as I started to unscrew it, there was a lot of tension, more tension than you would think a screw should have. As I said, I'm not quite sure if this is commentary on Sanus's build quality for their racks or if it was just a quality control error, but this is a lot more headache than it's worth, and that's a shame because at the price that it costs, it should not be the case. But that's all said and done, and it's working how it should now. So once I switch these rails around, it's working as it should, so I have no more problem with it. So I have all my equipment loaded in there and it's working as good as it should. Meaning it's just standing there and holding everything in place, but that's all I really ask of it. But I needed something that was more accessible so I could add and remove components that I'm reviewing. So yeah, it should work. Besides that one issue though, I didn't have anything else of note that I had a problem with this rack. Except for the fact that it doesn't come with any included fans. Now there are some on the custom installation market that you can buy in bulk, which consumers like us can buy, but they come with fans and this doesn't. So I was really disappointed, but what to do? But the bottom and the top of the rack have identical cutouts so air can come in through the bottom and escape through the top. I'll probably add more stuff to it over time, but for now, this is how it'll look. The door is lockable with a key, so you can restrict access if you so desire. Also, the side panels and the rear panels are all removable, so you can access your equipment very easily to do whatever you need to do. It has wheels and feet on the bottom, so you can actually use whichever fits your use case, whether you want to have it stationary or have it movable so you can access the rear panels whenever you feel like. So let me know your thoughts in the comments about this rack, and where do you keep your equipment? Is it in an entertainment center, a media cabinet, or a rack like this one? Let me know. Don't forget to like the video if you liked it, and thanks for watching. Until next time, this has been your friendly neighborhood Villaman saying, be safe. Peace.